And we are live.
Again?
Again, it's that Friday feeling again.
It is that Friday feeling. We haven't got the wonderful Fiona King behind the camera again, have we?
We sure do.
Do you know what? We're like Morecambe and Wise.
I thought you were going to say Mark and Mindy there.
You know, I've got a better one. Little and large.
Oh, that's more accurate, isn't it? Because I'm quite
Obviously,
petite.
I'm the little.
Even though I'm about a foot shorter than you.
So, this is really exciting. So we've got some really cool things to show you today. We've gone off the normal radar and we've really listened to you, the client, and we've looked at requests about trying to show real people, not necessarily, to quote one Facebook comment. It was about, you know, can you do hair on someone that's not 18 and would suit anything? Or on people that are a bit more natural. So, do you know something? It came to my mind a couple of weeks ago, and myself and Fiona and Katie Dyatt, we all brainstormed and we came up with this idea of doing something on white hair. Now, we all assume that white hair is bleached hair, you know, on long bleached hair or a little short bleached crop. Well, it's not. And look at the sunshine coming out.
It's so gorgeous.
Is it just come out for me?
It's shining right on you.
Is it right on me?
Right on your temples.
Do you know who that is up there? It's shining on me.
Who's that then?
Jacqueline Louise Brown.
Oh.
I can feel the heat. Anyway, moving on. Yes, so we thought we would do something that's based on white hair. And white hair isn't only hair that can be coloured white. Did you know that, Fiona?
No, I didn't know that.
Well,
Tell me more.
here's the trend. The trend states that if anyone has white hair that of a certain age, we must cover it over and we must make sure that nobody knows that we are white for probably 1 week out of the 6 that you're wearing it on your head, because for the other 5, the little white line grows in the centre and down the parting exposes your natural colour. Now, I know there's many ladies and many men out there that are trying to slow down the process of hair becoming mature. For example, look at me. I'm only 23 and I've got white hair. It happens to us all. So today really is about celebrating and emphasising that actually with the right haircut, and I have to state that, with the right shape and the right knowledge and confidence building, white hair can be really cool. And we've got some brilliant things to show you. Some real different references, some different ages, some younger, some more mature, some middle-aged. But before we go any further, I just want to show you this photograph. Keep pointing this way.
Is this like the other rule that they say about white hair, that if ladies have white hair that it must be short?
Oh no, I've got a better one than that. Oh yes, yes, you're right, Fiona. I mean, if you're over the age of 50, you've got to have short hair, because I mean, why could you have long hair? You are old, really?
There was a lady in the salon the other day and she had the most amazing coloured hair.
Tell me about her.
Her hair was below...
Tell me about her to the camera, Fiona. Tell me about her to the camera.
Her hair was below the shoulders and she had lovely texture in it, so there was a slight wave to it and it just all fell around about her face, and it was so many different shades and so many different colours, and the light caught it and it just looked wonderful.
It did, didn't it?
So cool.
It did. Hi, Kerry. So there was there's a really good reference with that lady. She came in and she's a real anti-hairdresser type of woman, and she was nervous, bless her. And she said, I don't want my hair to look perfect. Now, the way that we are trained here, the way that I train the team, is that we look at everybody uniquely. We don't prescribe clients with a style that just becomes generic across the board. That's not how we do it. What we do is we look at you, we listen to you, we talk to you, we find out what your do's, your don'ts are, what your likes, what your dislikes are, and we make sure that we sculpt things that are more suitable for you. And this lady that Fiona was talking to you about started off by saying, you know, I'm a bit of a hippie, I'm studying art at Glasgow University, so I'm thinking, come on, She wants something just really cool, really street, undone, not polished. She does not want to look like as if she's come out of the hairdressing salon at all. And that's what I did. I listened to her. Now, it'll be a 50-50 split. There'll be as many women that are thinking, I do want to look like as if I've come out of the hairdressing salon. And that's also amazing. But we're not all the same. We are not generic, and that's why this confidence, this inner structure, the soul that hair can give you it's absolutely genius. Now let me give you an example. This is a picture, albeit funny, from a show that Sam McKnight, the greatest hairdresser in the world, did for Fendi.
She looks like she just realised that she's not in the queue to get you to do her hair.
Oh, cheeky. So you can notice one thing, and it's not the crazy eyes, no. It's not the eyebrows, no. But what colour is her hair?
It's white.
It's white, Fiona. It's white, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely white.
So why does she choose to have white hair and not cover it over? That's my question. That's the question that I'm putting out there to all the ladies and men that fight with this line of regrowth, this 4 or 5 weekly scenario. And it's not about, as Don Johnson said to me, as wiping out the word colour. That's not what it's about. Hairdressing is moving on in leaps and bounds. And we cannot, and we will not, here at Nelson Brown, be stale. We are changing all the time. We listen, we look, we adhere to the new techniques that are coming out. So, today we're going to introduce you to 2 ladies that have got already their natural hair growth coming through and their journey and how empowered they are by the end result that's on their head today. Then we're going to talk about and show you some other options on things that only improve condition, things that you can have for fun, things that it can improve the tone, the steeliness of the hair. And we're also going to show you the same process on someone young.
Woohoo! Covering all bases here.
Have I covered everything there, Fiona? What's the script?
Yeah, I think you have covered everything. We need to go and see our ladies, I think.
Shall we?
Yes.
Shall we leave the sun and go to the shine?
It's a tough call.
Should we leave the sun and go to the shine? Shall I say it again? Shall I? No.
I think I need a coffee, don't I?
Come this way. Ladies. Look.
That's all right, we sorted it all out now.
Morven,
Hello.
Facebook Live, Morven.
Hello.
Ruth, Facebook Live, Ruth.
Hi.
Now, what can we all see the similarities are between these 2 beautiful women that we've just been talking about? Is it A, they both have Dyson hairdryers at home? Is it B, this is not coffee and water, it's actually gin and Petron coffee liqueur? Or is it C, the colour of their hair?
These ladies have seriously amazing hair colour.
Haven't they? It's, do you know, if we can start with Morven, Morven and I have known each other for a while, and I've only started to work on her hair a little bit more. And just as I move the hair around, this is exactly how you came in, isn't it? I've not manufactured you. You're a real human being.
This is it.
This is you. Yeah. Is everything on you real?
Yes.
Yeah. And have you had your tablets this afternoon? Damn, this is going to be great. So let's just look at all the pockets of tone. Now, the reason we're talking about that is because this lady here is the whole reason for why we're doing this today. Isn't that right, Morven?
I said what you want to do, Nelson, is...
Go on, shoot, be honest. What you want to do is something...
Is encourage women with grey hair to think about what they can do with it.
Yeah.
And what you've got that they can do it with.
Yes, and because we had a conversation during the haircut, and we were talking about adding different changes to the hair and what we could do, what we couldn't do. And Morven turned around to me and guess what she said?
What did she say?
What are you doing tonight, Nelson?
Oofed.
In your dreams.
And do you know what I said? Do you know what I said? I'm washing my hair.
I was just going to say that. That's so funny.
What you tell them all.
No, I said there's lots of things that you can do for an occasion, or things to reduce the warmth or increase the warmth or add tone to the hair that doesn't leave a massive growing outline or that can just disappear. And Morven said she didn't know. So this was really where it came from. She said, well, you should do something about that, Nelson, because there's lots of ladies out there that don't know about it, and they could definitely afford to have their hair enhanced. That's what we talked about. Enhanced, yeah. And remember, we do not want to alter the structure and the naturalness of this hair because it's already gorgeous. Look, can I just show you something? Look at this, Fifi. Come round here. Now, this has not been coloured this way. Look at that piece there.
That's so fine, isn't it?
And look at this piece next to it. Now, there's a million girls. I'm going to use the word girls because I'm going to go for the slightly younger members of the Facebook population that would kill for that tone in their hair.
And it's the shine as well. The light catches it.
Correct. And in actual fact, girls have this coloured and they can't get at this tone because it's not natural. And Morven, guess what's happening to you, babes?
I know.
It's growing out of your skull for free.
I know.
How does it actually feel?
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, is 4 o'clock wine club going to be any...
See, it's well past wine.
I know, I'm surprised that you're even still sat down here.
So am I.
So we are going to put a little bit of colour directly onto Morven's hair. We're going to show you how quickly it takes, and also we're going to show you the end result. We're going to use one of these Perfectons, Fifi, if you can get them on the camera. And these are completely washable colour stain. So it's a little bit like food colour for the hair. We use it as a toning agent at the backwash. We also use it to tone down any warmth or increase warmth. It's a real new innovation in hair toning application in the nation. Give us another one. No, what was it?
The situation.
In the situation.
In the situation.
In the situation. You were really thinking then, weren't you?
Did you smell the burning room?
Yeah. Right, come with me, Fifi. So you guys will recognise Missy. Missy, Facebook Live again.
Hi,
Facebook
Missy.
Live, Missy. Do you want to tell your boyfriend now live on Facebook Live, or is that too cruel?
Yeah, I'm running away with Nelson, sorry.
Oof, you heard it here first.
Guess what? He's a policeman. That means that I may or may not be available to do anything for the future.
Can I have the keys to your car then?
My car? Right, so Missy is a young woman and she's got really cool, long, beautiful, natural hair, as you've seen on Facebook Live last week. And it's a pleasure to have her back in the salon. And the gorgeous Louise here, who is my new protege. Well, I say protege, we've kind of been together now for what, 15 months?
I'm trying not to laugh and shake the camera.
Let me start that again. We've kind of been together for 15 months now, haven't we? So Louise has been through 15 months of training and with Nelson Brown on. What's the training been like, Lou? Quickly.
Really
wow, that
good.
was quick.
That was concise, I think we would call that, wouldn't we?
Tell me what it's like. What's it like, the training? Oh gosh, right, we'll start there, I think. Right, so Missy has had, is it stroke 6 this? Yes, it is. Stroke 6?
Yeah.
Stroke 6 applied neat, bring it over please. It's been applied neat to her already pre-lightened hair. So is your hair this colour naturally?
Oh yeah.
Is it real?
I was born blue.
You were born blue?
Yeah.
So the light parts in your hair, is that natural?
Yeah.
Do you have it coloured?
Yeah.
You have it coloured, so it doesn't grow out of your hair,
No.
your head naturally? Ooh. So you actually pay to have that done?
Yes.
So you choose to have that colour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we stop there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we've done is we've applied the Stroke 6 neat directly from the bottle under the Master Colour Expert here's direction. Don Johnson, not from Miami Vice. Keep saying that, I know it's not funny. But you can see that it's got a kind of, would you say it's a purple overtone, Dawn? Yeah. So Louisa's fired because she's got it on the floor.
Yep.
And the floor was thousands, but never mind. She'll lick it off in a few minutes. So what we're going to come back, she's applied it directly onto the hair, neat, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to let the lovely Louise blow dry that in, and we're going to come back and look at it in a minute or two once we speak to Ruth. She's the next candidate. But before we do, can we just have a little look at the colour of Dawn's hair?
I was about to say that, and then I thought, I'll just keep quiet.
What colour do you think Dawn's hair is?
White, silver.
Do you think it's silvery white?
Yeah.
Do you think it's A, natural, B, a wig, or C, bleached and coloured that way?
Well, I've kind of got background knowledge, haven't I? So I would have to say
B,
C.
it's a wig. Yeah.
Do you know what's really funny though?
What?
Is I wanted my hair that colour.
Did you work somewhere else at the time?
Do you not remember when we were going to do the silver
yes,
patch?
I do remember. Right.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't work. So there's another example. Dawn's a young woman, a trendy young woman, a trendy young woman with a cool little haircut who chooses to have a full head bleach application. Even although these ladies up here have it grown out of their heads. For free! Now let's talk to the gorgeous Ruth. You might need to let Louise have the camera and deal with that client, because this is a live client situation right here. Did you know that, Ruth? This is a live, real, breathing situation that we're dealing with. Tell me about your journey. Come around, please. What happened? What made you decide to go be brave and go for that absolutely stunning gunmetal silver that you've got growing out of your hair naturally? What was the process?
Well, I had no idea this is what it was going to turn out
Right.
at the start.
Mm-hmm.
I think years of dyeing your hair, 30 years of dyeing your hair.
30 years, wow. So that's a lot of A, time, B, money, and C,
Hassle.
hassle. Yeah, that's a word that we don't use enough. It's,
And grief. Because you sit there 2 or 3 weeks after you've had your hair done, and you're going, I can see that grey hair coming through.
right, which is just what I said earlier, Louise, because you weren't listening, were you?
No.
No, she wasn't. But that's what I said. You know, there's like a 2-week period where it's amazing, and then after that, it's all, we're on the slidings, we're on the down low. What are you doing there?
Nothing.
What were you doing? What were you doing? You're fired. So tell me, Ruth, what's the how did it feel once you decided to enhance the natural hair?
Initially, it took me about 2 years of indecision to
Yeah.
actually decide whether to do it or not.
Yeah.
Then terrifying
Right.
because you are acknowledging your age for the start, because you're going, if I'm grey, then I must be older than I'd like to pretend that I am.
Yes.
You're not sure how people are going to react to you changing your hair colour,
Yeah. Like your partner or your family or
or how
you know.
people are going to judge you.
Yes.
Not that we should be bothered about how people
No,
judge
no,
us, but
no, no. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get judged every day, and I'm with you. 100%, 100%.
you don't know things like, you don't know what it's going to turn out like.
Yeah.
Because when your hair first starts to grow through, whatever you've been colouring it before is going to be completely different to what is growing in.
Right.
And the colours around what you have in your hair dye affect what it looks like when it grows in.
Yes.
So you might think that you're going to grow in these beautiful pale shades, and then it turns out that you're actually really dark.
Yes.
Or you might go in completely white.
Yeah.
And so it's an exciting journey.
Yeah. And how does it make you feel now when you see the likes of people that are, let's just use the word younger, that are trying to achieve this hair colour?
Before I tried to do mine, I thought, why on earth would you want to go grey before your time? But seeing
Was that a pre-programmed thing
Yes,
that was in your mind?
yes.
Yeah.
But seeing the younger girls with their hair grey was actually really good for me, because I was able to use that as another excuse. It's like, if the younger women can do it, then I can do it.
Yeah.
And also they did a lot of the is it balayage?
Yeah, balayage.
Balayage.
Yes.
And ombre and things like
Yes.
that had different tones to it,
Yes.
which meant I was just lucky when I was changing mine that I could pretend that the roots that were coming through and
Yeah.
the old stuff that was growing out, it was supposed to be like that.
Right. So if I can just translate that a tiny little bit, because that's oops, broken dicing. That is exactly spot on what Ruth just said. Absolutely, I can't agree more. Basically, if you've got a regrowth that's coming through and you want to try and distort the line, that's what we've got to do, distort the line. What we can do is we can allow that to come down, the growing out process, add some lighter pieces to that line and just let it grow. And actually that particular shape and design is balayage, to quote a word that Ruth mentioned. It's kind of cool at the moment because there's like bits of colour in it and not bits of colour in it. It's very random. So under the right prescription, it can look really easy as it grows out. Was your hair always that length during the growing out process then?
It was longer, actually.
It was longer.
It was down to about here.
Did Nelson not fix? Did Nelson not come along and chop it once?
Yes,
Yes.
but that was a
Was
year
that-
and a half, and that's about a year and it'd be about 20 months
Right.
into the growing.
Okay.
Before we took it to about there, to take most of it last time.
Yeah. Was it an okay haircut?
The fringe was thicker than I would have preferred.
Right.
And it took a bit of getting used to it, and then I decided I didn't like it.
Wow. So did you send your husband round with a great big baseball bat?
No, I went back to Stephanie.
Ah, great.
So your
So-
training went through.
Yeah,
this
no,
time.
brilliant. That's great news. And you know, the whole transient thing of having a brand new shape, it does take a bit of getting used to, as well as the fact that you've got your natural colour. And it's so beautiful when you move this hair around. It's almost like a sort of dark, sort of minky colour through the back here, and then these beautiful natural pockets of light that are placed in the top. Now, I'm going to go back to one of the conversations, round here, Louise, one of the conversations that we had with Fiona at the beginning. It was basically about designing the haircut around the colour. And you mentioned what it's like before. You don't know what it's going to be like until it comes through. You don't know if it's going to be there, or it's all going to fall out. Let's be honest. And then suddenly, you start to see an end goal.
Yes.
And now with this beautiful colour that you have, would you ever consider, and this is an open question that I haven't asked you before, but would you ever consider having something that would tinge
No.
the top, that would wash out immediately after you have it? You would just keep it as it is?
The not to put people off, but the experience of going through growing it out after it having been dyed for so long,
Yep.
I would never put any kind of colour in
Wow,
my
so it's
hair,
really
ever
changed your
again.
opinions. That's great.
I wouldn't use any heat. I wouldn't use straighteners or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't blow it dry when I'm at home. I just let it dry by itself.
Yep.
Because it's got different texture.
Yep.
And it's like kind of born again grey. Now it's
love it.
au naturel.
What do we think to that,
That's fantastic.
Marvin? Right, so what are you born again?
Silver.
Oh, it's happening, isn't it? Can I ask you both? You know, when you started to embrace your natural colour, did you have to change other things like makeup or clothing or shades or eyeshadow or anything like that you could share with the viewers? Because they are so interested. How many people are watching? 10,000. Amazing.
Four people.
4,000. We only work in thousands here.
Well, did I change anything? Yes, I probably did, because being grey to me meant being old and having wisdom and having lived a life and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And so I stopped using baby blue eyeshadow and stuff like that.
And what did you replace it with?
With it sort of much more softer coffee colours and
Beiges.
cappuccinos and-
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
But I've noticed you've not lost the red lip.
No,
I love a red lip.
girls got to have a bit of colour.
Somewhere.
But we were talking earlier about changing the colour of your clothes, and I haven't done that.
Right.
Because I'm a bit kind of off the wall anyway, so I don't really care for that.
Unique it's called, darling. Unique.
A one-off.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't care if they look good or not. Really.
Right.
If I'm happy in my sparkly trainers, I'll wear my sparkly trainers.
Don, are you free for a minute? grab a bit of foil. So we've got something very. Can you also go and grab a gown while I film myself? Please. I know this is not cool, but oh look, there's Dawn. Say hi, Dawn. She's going to come over, Morven, and we're going to put a little bit of something in your hair.
Okay.
Now, we've already got it on the beautiful Maisie down there. Missy, sorry. I don't know where the Maisie came from. We've already got it on Miss Maisie. Say hi, Dawn.
Hi.
What's your name again?
Hi, Dawn.
Dawn what?
Dawn.
Dawn what?
Johnston.
Put the gown on, please. Tell me what colour is your hair again?
What did they say? Silver?
Silvery white? Silvery white.
Yeah.
Go next to Ruth and let's just see whether or not...
Not quite the same.
How much did yours cost?
Exactly.
Well, it's actually free because we do it. I'll let you I'll hand you over that. I'll hand you over to the film. Right. So, Dawn's gonna be. She's the master colour expert. Did you know that, Morven?
Yes, I did.
She's very good.
yeah.
On a Tuesday, she's particularly good.
Oh, is that pension?
Don't know.
That's just the start of the week.
Start of the week. See Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They all go downhill.
Right. So Morven's up for it. I would love to see a little piece of something just there, and another little piece of something just there, Dawn. You can do whatever colour you want straight onto the white hair, and I'll dry it in.
Just there and there.
Yeah, I'll dry it in. We might need to just put a foil underneath to protect the face. If you could slap it on. What tone are we going to go for?
I don't know. Do you have a
Red or yellow or pink or blue,
Amazing.
purple or orange or
Pink and purple.
green.
Pink and purple.
Not pink and purple. Oh no, we're much more classier than that. What could we do, Dawn? What could we do?
do anything. Okay.
So let's talk me through the tones from the beginning to the end.
So this is an intense red.
Yes.
Intense.
Yep.
This is a copper.
Yep.
We have gold.
Gold.
We have the mahogany, which if it's diluted it can go pink.
Mahogany.
We have the stroke 7, which is brunette, which
Okay.
I don't think would work very nicely. And we have our pearl. There
So
as
that- is
well,
that
which
quite-
that probably won't show
do much?
very much.
Do you know what? I've got a funny feeling dancing on the ceiling. I think we should go for the pinky one. Morven was going to say something
I was
then.
going to say the copper
Uh-huh.
and the one next to the copper.
The gold?
Yes. That might be
Let's
quite
do it.
subtle.
Shall we not now?
Yeah.
Let's-
Do you like a couple of balls feed on?
Might need them. Yeah.
Do you want me to take my glasses
You know
off?
what? I can't put on. She's
You should be
that
alright
rare.
actually.
Yeah, I'll get a trolley, don't worry. I'll be
She is also.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Do we have a cup?
Yeah, I'll get you a clip. Anything else, Dawn? Anything else?
No. Glass of Prosecco.
Yeah, yeah,
There you
that's
go.
nice.
There's two there, look, never mind, I'll let you off. Fiona, can you take over and let, because it's very busy, it's very busy. Have you noticed how busy it is? Fiona, have I covered all my points? No, it's there. Okay, I know what I was going to talk about.
Have you talked about all the different
Why
kinds
not?
of toners that we
What?
get?
Yeah, no.
We get different. We get crystal toners, don't we?
Well, we do. We have toners that are perfecto, like what Dawn's using right now.
We're using it neat.
And we're using it neat, so quite different. And the neat just means it's got more power. And
We
it's-
normally dilute with water.
yeah,
Warm water.
and I'll dry this instantly into your hair, and it'll instantly colour it more.
Do you want a slice or a
Oh, slice me! Get it in. And also we have on our price list, which is here. We also have a Colour Fresh. Tell me about Colour Fresh, Dawn.
Colour Fresh is a true semi-permanent,
A true semi-permanent.
so it doesn't have any developer, and it lasts for about 10 shampoos.
So does that leave a line?
No,
No, it just disappears. Does this leave a line?
no,
It just.
disappears.
So this is something that people with natural white hair texture, colour, or even someone with your colour
Yep.
could have added to their hair for a special occasion.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
So if a client wanted this,
yeah.
they could do it and it would just rinse out, disappear. Would it disappear by 4 o'clock wine time or not?
Well, this lasts about two shampoos.
2 shampoos. Right, okay, perfect, great. Okay,
But you'll probably be able to just dry that in.
yeah, I will. And my final question is, can you tell me, Dawn, what offer we're doing at the moment here at Nelson Brown? It's been on Facebook all day.
Tonguing,
What about the tongue?
it is £10 £10.
Crazy, isn't it?
What did you actually think about that?
Such a strange.
I don't know who's doing it all then.
Well, do you know something? It came to my, because obviously my guys are trained by me, and it came to my mind, you know, like the likes of Louise down there, she's so good. And what I wanted to try and do was just share her with everybody in the world. So she's available for £10. £10. People can come into the salon, they don't have their hair shampooed, they just go straight on dry styling, straight on, and Louise will tong the hair and make it look amazing in about, I don't know, 30 minutes. And that's £10 and they get the full Nelson Brown experience. Vibrating. Tell me about the vibrating chairs, please. What else is going on, Fiona, that we're going to talk about quickly while this is going on?
Yeah, you can
Start drying?
probably want to dry on top of the foil to begin with.
Why is that?
Because it might just
Oh, I don't mind it. I don't mind it getting on
on your hand, but you don't want to get it on the rest of Marvin's.
No, I know what to do. Thanks, Don. You can retreat back to me. Thank you. Thank you very much, Don. I appreciate that. So what else are we doing here at the salon, Fiona, this week?
Well, we've got some graduate cuts going on, don't we?
Graduate cuts? What are they? You're going to have to
We sure do.
You're not going to be able to hear me.
So yeah, so graduate haircuts with our lovely Louise that we met earlier. For £20, you can get the full Nelson Brown salon experience.
Does that include the vibrating chairs?
It sure does. And a cup of tea or coffee, immaculately made by Amor.
And what is it? So what's so important about the tea and coffee?
The coffee's freshly ground. The tea is good quality.
Anyway, enough of that. Come and have a look around here. It's more exciting. Look, can you see? I've taken that colour directly out.
Oh, look at that!
Of the foil that Dawn's put in there, and you can see the colour. See the colour? You can see it on my hands. See how it's literally just given that. It's a little bit of fun. Yeah. And do you know something? When you go home, you can enjoy it for a couple of days, and it disappears when you're back to where your beautiful hair was at the beginning. Isn't that quite interesting?
It's a bit fun.
That's it. And obviously, if we selected a different toning process, then what would happen is it could go all the way through the hair. And a lot of my clients ask me, Nelson, I'm a bit worried about the white coming through. I want something else. I want something that is going to make me feel a bit warmer. That's what we use that word a lot. So what we also suggest is the colour freshes or thanks Robs, the colour fresh that we do, we can apply that one colour to the whole hair. Now why would we do that, Fiona?
To increase shine, to make it beautifully shiny and warm.
Do you know what? You're spot on. Shine. Let's just talk about that for a second. Because the secret of having beautiful, natural... Ooh, look at that one.
Ooh.
Gee whiz, Morgan, I hope you know what's happening here. The secret to having gorgeous, natural hair, and Ruth is an example of that. It's in such good condition. Look at the shine on Ruth's hair. Look at that shine.
You can see it from here. You can see exactly where the light's shining.
Exactly. It's real. And that is the reason for why we're doing this. Because of what Morgan told me to do. She said, you should do it for real clients, Nelson. And that's what I'm doing.
And you know the interesting thing is when you see the toner on there as well, the shine that's coming off that.
The reason for that, which I can talk to you about, is because these Perfectons are made from keratin, which is basically what
what hair's made of, isn't it?
Yes, thank you, Fiona, for finishing my sentence. Keratin allows the hair to be smooth, it allows it to be shiny, it gives it that lovely glow in the sunshine, and yeah, that is what the Perfectons are actually made from. And do you know what the other cool thing is with this? We actually sell this to the clients to take home and do themselves.
That's a bit special.
But a client wouldn't put foils in, would
No,
they?
you're right, no. So what we sell it in is as equally as effective we sell it in a spray bottle, a little bit like this bottle.
Right.
So you would literally, on that area, go rub it in, very freehand, and dry it. And because the thing is, you can't really go wrong, Morven. All it's going
to wash out anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always feel that natural coolness that the client can do themselves can sometimes look a little bit better than being placed. You know,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
A bit more random.
It's a bit more random. Yeah. Did you say random?
I said random. I am liking this.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
And the fact that, guess what?
What?
When you go to the dancing club tonight and you're on your pole, it's gonna really shine quite a lot. So look, I'm done
I'm
now.
just trying to get rid of that image at the moment.
Is that the only way?
I am liking this.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Now let me ask Ruth this question again. Ruth, this one is steel. Would you ever consider putting a tiny bit on your hair? Not that we're going to now though, because we've got no time.
I really like mine
The way it is. Good. Okay. Louise, can you take these two gowns, these two ladies, over to the sunlight and get them to sit at reception? We'll come over and do the finishing chat while we just.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Really nice. That's what Phil.
Do you know why I keep calling you Maisie? Because I met a little girl on holiday called Maisie. Her and my little boy are friends now.
I lost you there now.
Now look, back Fiona, you can see which colour is this dong? The purple one, stroke 6. Yeah, so this is the stroke 6 from the range of toners. And can you see it? Missy, can you see it? What do you think? Right. And do you know something? It's just going to go. It's going to go. It's going to go. It's going to stay. It's going to go. It's going to stay. Oh, who's filming now?
Me.
Louise. Do you know what? I don't know how I do it. Amazing. Nick. Missy. So, do you think your boyfriend will be upset?
No.
Is he wanting to get rid of you as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hoping you'd make me bald.
Sorry?
He was hoping you'd make me bald.
What about your hair?
That's naughty.
So, would you ever consider having something like this put through your hair, knowing that it's just very semi-permanent?
Yeah.
Can you see it? It's just kind of a bit of a zhuzh. We just wanted to show you, because obviously you're a young lady with your whole life ahead of you, and you can also have these beautiful tones in the hair. Gorgeous hair though. Right, Louise, follow me. Let's go to the ladies for the final recap. Is this your handbag? Yes. Oh, what am So let me see you in the sunshine.
You're not in the sunshine.
Look at your hair as well, Ruth, in the sunshine. Look,
Isn't
isn't it amazing?
Come on this side to see.
It's like your hair's like bouncing.
Completely different colours in the sunshine.
It's totally different. It's so gorgeous, and what's really interesting is when you look through the underneath, you can see all those different panels. So you're right to stick with what you've got. I think you've made the right decision. And Marvin, do you feel that yours is fun?
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like me to talk about?
How much is it?
What?
The product.
Oh, the Perfecton. So if you want a bottle to take home with you, big bottles, £10.
Little bottle?
Don't do little ones. Should I do little ones?
Depends how long the £10
Yes, how long would that last? If it would last forever, that's not
6 months?
Going to get bored with it.
That's one of the things, because once you start using it, it becomes quite addictive.
Does it?
And you're like, because you can put it here one colour, here one colour, here one colour, you can stick it
Yeah,
anywhere.
you see, I'm quite proud being grey.
Yeah, you
I
see
don't
that's...
mind going for fun.
Yes.
But I quite like having made it to grey.
Yeah, no, and it looks amazing on you.
It's my books. The cut makes a difference as well now.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because one of the things that we said at the beginning when Fiona and I were chatting was that the shape does make a difference, because if it's positioned in the right way, you can enhance your beautiful area of lightness, or your little ingots of of white hair. So no, it's just to really show people. So thank you for being a good sport and have that done. Do you think I've done you proud?
We've done this already.
Yeah, so the other thing that I was going to say is that on the back of what Morven talked to me about, genuinely, we are running a client night here in the salon on Tuesday the 9th of October at 6:30, and it's all for charity. You can buy tickets, 2 tickets for £5, and it all goes to charity. There's a raffle, and guess what? Guess what you get?
A free bottle.
A week away with Nelson. That's the top prize.
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. So yeah, if people are interested, tickets are on sale, and it's all for a good cause, and it's going to be all about real women again, because apparently that's what people want to hear about.
Real ladies.
Real
All
ladies.
about the real ladies.
So thanks, Ruth, for your time today.
Thank you. Can I pick you up on one point?
Please go for it. No, more than one, please.
When you look at transitioning from your dyed hair to grey,
Yeah.
people often say, as you did, put highlights in.
To break up the line.
Yes, but if the hair that is growing in is very dark, as mine was,
Yeah.
and you put highlights in, it's not fun.
No.
So maybe we should also consider putting low lights in.
Yes. Sorry, you're right, because when I said highlight, I meant a low light too. You're absolutely right to pick me up on that. Because if it's darker hair, you want to push the dark through to
Yes.
the absolutely, you're right. So depending on whether you're dark originally and your mid-length and ends are light, we would adhere that to the blending out. And sometimes, in fact, we were just chatting to a lady down there, and she was listening to your conversations, and she said, "How would it be if I had it done?" And I said, "Well, if you just pull it back into a ponytail, it would just look like that. We just cut the rest off." And she was, the empowerment is definitely trickling through. I think it's when you see.
Cut it off either. You can just wear it in different ways and
Yeah.
go to your hairdresser and say, "Can you put this in a different way for me so it doesn't show so much?"
So you can have fun with it as it's coming down, not just make it like the fear. That's a great point, Ruth. Thank you for drawing that to my attention. Is there anything else that I missed?
You also need to give lots of information, maybe not at the moment, to ladies, because our hair texture changes so much
Yes.
over the years,
Yes.
and you don't realise. And then
Do you think yours has got better or worse condition?
it's much better since I stopped dyeing it.
Yeah.
Much better. It's all soft now,
Right.
whereas it was really quite dry before.
Right.
But the texture has gone from being these absolutely dead straight strands to 1980s crimped,
Okay.
which was lovely then.
Yes, in the
I'm
80s.
a bit old for that now. So yeah, trying to learn how to deal with a completely different texture of hair is a bit of a challenge.
Right,
But I
okay.
was asking today for something to
Yes.
calm it down a bit.
Yeah. And that's interesting. The reason for why the hair cuticle goes from smooth to slightly puffy when it changes the colour tone is because in a lot of colours nowadays, they're made up of 30% conditioner. So when the colour is adhered to the hair, it actually smooths the cuticle down. So it makes it feel false in how it feels naturally. So what I would say to people that have got that evasive areas, like some people have them here, some people have them in the nape, some people have them on the crown, some people have them on the fringe. Whatever area it is, just make sure you moisturise that area more. With the likes of Invisible Day Night Cream that we have here, or foundation spray, and that will just smooth the cuticle down. It feeds moisture back in, the same as what the colour's doing to the hair without colouring it. Because your texture does change.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. But we were just saying, can you catch her hair in the light there, Fiona?
Yes, I did. It's beautiful.
Just like,
It's
I
like
can't
a
take my eyes
mirror.
off it.
It's like a mirror.
It's like pow. Now, how does it make you feel now that you've got that lovely reflective hair?
I wish that I had never put a colour through my hair in the first place.
Wow.
If I had known that I was going to have this coming through, there's no way I would have covered up.
Right.
Society says to you, you must not have grey hair,
Yeah.
you're old, you're past it. And it's really difficult to get out of that bit that you think you should be,
Yes.
and become what you would like to be instead.
Yeah.
And so if we can encourage more ladies to have the courage, because that's what it comes down to.
It does, and confidence,
Yeah.
you're right, absolutely.
Then so we should, and it doesn't matter whether you're 20 going grey or whether you're 70 going grey.
Yeah.
That's your natural hair, and that's what you're meant to be. And you shouldn't let other people's perceptions stop you from having the healthy, natural hair that's just coming out your head. And it's
Yeah.
bound to suit you, because that's what you are.
Yeah.
That's what you've got.
I
That's
love
what
that.
you've got. Yeah, no, that's good.
What powerful words.
Here.
Your skin changes as well. So
Yeah, no, it's so cool, so cool, so cool. So give me one tip each, if you were telling anybody down that camera what you think would be the top tip for getting from coloured to natural. What would be your top tip? What part of it do you remember the most, thinking, oh, that's amazing, that I must make sure and tell somebody?
Embrace it, go for it. If that's what's happening to you, it's what's happening to you, there's a reason for it, and go for it, because in the end it's fun.
You ladies are so cool.
What about you, Ruth?
find whichever method takes you through for the best that suits you. So that might be cutting your hair really short, it might be going for those highlights or lowlights, it might be shaving it all off and starting again, or it might be going cold turkey and just letting it grow through.
That's great, wow. Thank you, ladies, for your time today. I really appreciate you coming in. I'm sure it'll be a really topical conversation on Facebook Live. We'll save it, we'll tag you. We really appreciate your time today, so thanks.
Well, I've had fun, thank you.
Good. It's always a bit of fun though, isn't it? If you can't laugh,
Does it still look fab?
it still looks good. I'm enjoying it. And the great thing is, you go in the shower, goodbye.
Nothing left in it at all, anyway.
You should just, after one shampoo, there'll be a little tiny bit and then eventually it'll go.
So special occasions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I just
and
need a special occasion.
I suppose, well, it is after 4 o'clock,
It
so
comes to your dinner or something to do,
I don't know,
Did I?
something like a week's holiday or something.
2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, let's just cut there. Thanks, ladies.
thanks, Nelson.
Brilliant.
That's really good.